What's up, y'all? It's Nifty Q. That's Gift Dead. We're here for another rehash. It is Monday, October 2nd. Excited to be back in the studio with you guys. We are going to do this rehash in under 10 minutes. The whole Web3 space, NFT space. I'm excited. Happy Halloween, by the way. I just celebrated the whole month, so I get to say that.
It's not Halloween yet, sir, but that's okay. I'll let that one slide. Happy to be back with you. I know you're not feeling great after your travels, Q, but nothing can stop the daily rehash. That's right. We've got the top 10 stories in Web3 coming to you in just 10 minutes. So we got to jump in. What is up first, Q?
All right. First one, Boss Beauties making the acquisition here of Friendship Bracelets and You. Their effort to reinforce Web3 being more inclusive towards girls and women, and this is going to solidify that move. Exciting stuff from Boss Beauties. The floors didn't really move too much on this news, but good to see Boss Beauties here making the hardcore acquisition, man.
Yeah, they're getting a little bit of action across all of those collections. And there's a couple there. There's the U, which is a PFP follow-up to the Friendship Bracelets. And yeah, I mean, acquisition season's back. You know, we also saw the Gutter Cat Gang announcement, potentially an acquisition coming there too. So maybe acquisition season never left, but definitely a big one worth leading off with there. And on the next big update from a well-known collection, we have Proof announcing a restructuring and reducing its staff to 22. This was in a post in their Discord from Kevin Rose, the founder. A lot of different notes were in that Discord thread. We can actually pull it up. It's hard to see it here, but there's a lot of different notes if you want to dig in. All of this is in the details, of course, and our X. You can find all of these headlines. But the gist of it, they're restructuring, they're reducing down to 22 employees, but they still say that their finances are very strong and they're committed to their roadmap and the mints that they've promised throughout the rest of this year at least.
Yeah, interestingly, this is on the heels of Kevin Rose saying they had runway for like 17 years with the amount of employees they had. And this was back earlier, I think late 2022, early 2023, I think February. So
he's catching some flack for a few things. Let's put it that way.
All right, next piece here. This is quickly becoming our favorite thread in Web3. Roger Dickerman puts together 48 hours of art. In this thread, highlighted are going to be a few O's that revealed earlier today. I need to get it caught up on what that floor did post-reveal. But Winds of Yawanawa were the biggest pieces here, revealing on October 9th. It's going to start a window for a 5-day reveal, and floor is holding above 7 ETH. So yeah, good to see Winds of Yawanawa doing well. Good to see Fine Art doing extremely well. And yeah, Roger Dickerman, you're killing it.
It does look like the floor on the FIWOs has dropped below 0.1, around 0.07 right now. Yeah, I mean, that was such a huge supply on that. We didn't even dig that deep into what was going on with the FIWOs because I kind of lost interest myself, but it's like almost 20,000 of another PFP in a horrible market. It's just kind of crazy what some of these projects are launching with right now and doing to their supply. But hey, you need money, you need revenue. I guess that's one of the only ways you can do it. But anyway, moving on to a big brand doing something interesting, exploring Web3 community building. It's Mastercard. They've been doing this artist accelerator thing. They had kind of a mint pass getting into music, and now they've announced a partnership with warpsound.ai, which is really cool. We do love Warp Sound, a very cool AI music platform developed by friends like Jeff Nicholas in the community now at Yuga. But yeah, they now are allowing people who hold this mint pass of theirs to basically use warpsound.ai, use Warpsound's AI tools in their own creative process and experiment with it. So kind of cool.
Let's go. Hey, have you heard of Parallel? Parallel is a awesome game, trading card game. I know that sounded like a shill. I was trying to be joking about it. But anyways, Parallel Season 3 just launched. This is basically going to run for the entire month of October. We talked about it earlier on NFT Live. Hopefully we can get the team on next week to talk about everything that's happening. But essentially what you do is you purchase an in-game premium box that gets you access to some of the rewards that you see here. So that's going to be Paragon skins, cards, card frames, card backs, and one special edition NFT that is a card in the game that will only ever be minted during this window. So some really cool stuff. If you haven't heard about Parallel, you haven't been watching us.
Yeah, I'm very excited to dig further into Season 3 and maybe get my battle pass on and see what that's all about. Yeah, not too shabby at all for a lot of cool rewards mechanics that they're building in there. And here's another I think, interesting headline. This is one that actually really catches my attention, if for no other reason than there's Pepe utility incoming. They actually have a couple different meme coins now included in this. Japanese manufacturing giant Honda, you may have heard of them as well. They make everything from cars and automobiles to ATVs and chainsaws and all different types of things. Global manufacturing giant. They have just partnered with FCF Pay, which is a payment system allowing them to accept crypto payments across a range, again, including not just ETH and BTC and Ripple, but actual meme coins like Shiba and Doge.
Gif, you were saying you could buy your tractor or whatever you're using to cut your grass here with Pepe now. That feels like a bear market thing. Hopefully we come out of that. All right, I have the next piece here. GoblinTown Game is doing some really, really interesting things with their game. Basically, this is going to be Forgotten Runes in the team over there. You can see there's a little bit of a farming mechanic here with different kind of items and different pieces like that. You can earn resources, and there's also a battler in this as well. You can see there. So Forgotten Runes team still making some big waves here with the GoblinTown game that's coming out here relatively quickly.
Yeah, and as trailer maxis, I'm kind of shocked that we didn't actually watch this one on NFT Live today. So tomorrow we got to watch this one because it's actually a really cool gameplay trailer. I was shocked at the amount of work that went into the sound design, the pixel art, the animations. So you know what? I haven't been the biggest fan of the GoblinTown IP, but they're creating some cool shit here. I mean, this is actually looks kind of cool. So fascinating. We'll be following that, seeing how that rolls out. Looks like it's coming scree or soon, I guess, in Goblish.
Got it.
I don't know what they speak. Anyway, following up on the Red Bull Velocity Pass. This is a mint pass from Red Bull, something that's been getting a lot of traction and interest over the last week as people speculate on an upcoming release from Snowfro. Does seem like it's coming soon. Some details that we have here. Expected to be a 2,000 piece collection. The first 1,000 go to the Velocity Pass holders for free. The other 1,000 are going to public Dutch auction, and then maybe some IRL activations. But I want to also share here, this is the floor, almost 1.8, sitting at 1.75 ETH essentially. So these things are getting some traction, getting some interest.
Yeah, mid-September, there was a floor price of 0.6 for these. So a really large increase there. In the last day, we've seen a 25% increase there on the good old Velocity Pass. Is really good. I think, who was it? Brinkman had some really great things to talk about it as well. So yeah, project you want to keep an eye on. One that we can't take our eyes off of here in the Web3 space is Pudgy Penguin. So yes, we are going to talk about Luca again. Also, he's going to be on Kagion's channel. This is really big. Friend of the channel, primarily in Web3 gaming. He's going to be talking to Luca Netz. I can't wait for that. So Kagi, big shout out to you there. But this was basically FUD from last week that was thrown by the one and only Beanie. So there was an actual post here from Beanie that says, I'm basically FUDding what's happening on the Walmart side, as well as the funnel that Luca talks about, which I think is like, he has a point. Like everybody's like, oh, the top funnel goes down to the bottom funnel. Like we haven't seen it play out. It's been maybe 6 months. We need to see it to its full fruition. I think a lot of the floor price stuff right now has to do with sentiment. It's not necessarily the people getting in and then, eventually becoming a Pudgy, Maxi. It's basically, look at what they're all doing, and you see a floor price increase here. But I agree mostly with what Luca Netz response. There's a link in the description.
Yeah, I just feel like Beanie's trolling, and it's very short-sighted, and he's just engagement farming off of FUD and hate. And I don't think he's got any real point here, but whatever. Either way, to me, the more important thing is Luca absolutely bodied him with a really classy response. And again, you can find that in the description if you're curious about what's happening in TMZ Web3. All right, last story we had to cover, Beeple's big party. It looks like a massive success from over the weekend. He threw a absolute banger of a CryptoPunk's party at his studio in Charleston. Q, you should have been there. If you weren't, I guess you were traveling, but I know that's not too far from you. But yeah, we've been seeing all the videos and photos, and I'm sure we'll see a lot more coming out from that. But it looked like a great time and a success all around. So
yeah, imagine me giving the entire Web3 space COVID. That would have been the talk of the town. Look, yeah, I think you're right. Like for everything that we've seen across the timeline about CryptoPunks and this event in Charleston, it seemed to have been a massive success. We know that IRL events are key to this industry, tying in that portion where we can all kind of meet each other and see each other. IRL and form those relationships. That's a huge part of what we're doing here. I think that was not something that was talked about in the 21. We're all going to live in the metaverse narrative, but I think it's shown to be super successful.
Absolutely, man. And that's it. That's the top 10 stories from the last couple of days. Q, get some rest, man. Feel better. Yeah. We'll be back tomorrow, y'all.
I will not be wearing a mask tomorrow. I will not be getting gifted sick. Our vibe, our tribe. Love you guys. Later.